But we have made 2 bundles of copies and giving them to the defense. It's the copy of the Primrose Occurrence Book, SAP 10, and copies of the Cell Register from Primrose, SAP 14, as well as copies of the Occurrence Book from Phosphorus Police Station, SAP 10, as well as copies of the Cell Register from Phosphorus Police Station. And we're giving our colleagues each a copy. We're also giving an extra copy for advocating Solo.
Okay.
My Lord, as we intimated, the statement that is in issue is central.
What's that?
The statement
Yeah.
in issue is central to the issue, to touch sides with most of the issues that come up with in cross-examination. And our suggestion, my Lord, that the only practical way of resolving the issue, and this is just a suggestion from the state side, is that the matter be fully ventilated by way of heads of argument regarding the admissibility of this statement, and that we agree on a timetable for the filing of heads. That is a state suggestion, my Lord, of how to deal with the issue. So we can continue with the other issues, but we will from time to time find ourselves in a situation where we have to come back to the issue of this statement.
I see.
Hence we are suggesting, my Lord, that the matter be deferred for the issue of the statement to be properly ventilated.
Yes. What about the defense, Mr. Minister?
I did not hear the state, my Lord. He was talking very low.
Okay. I'll repeat, and maybe I should face the defense. Sorry if my colleagues did not hear me. My Lord, the issue of this witness statement is central to the cross-examination of the state, and in light of the stance that has been adopted by my colleagues when they raise an objection, we suggest that the only way of dealing with the matter is if the matter is deferred and the state and the defense file heads on the admissibility of the contents of the statement, and that a timetable be agreed upon for the filing of the heads. We've indicated that we can proceed, my Lord, with other issues, but we will always find ourselves in a situation where we have to refer to the statement. And the suggestion from the state side, my Lord, is that the practical way of dealing with the issue is, if it's properly ventilated at the outset, so that we can then decide as to how to proceed with cross-examination, depending on the outcome. That is our suggestion, my lord.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear the defense.
Thank you, my lord. Now I hear the state. Thank you, my lord. That approach is precarious.
It's what?
It's precarious. It's irregular, because the court has already made a ruling that the state must prove the statement. That's an order. If the state is not happy with what the court has ordered, unfortunately, an order that is made by a judge cannot be taken on review. It can only be taken up on appeal. The state can appeal that order. As it is now, the court is functus officio, cannot change its own decision, my lord. Therefore, what is suggested by the state here is totally irregular. The order of the court stands, unless they want to challenge the order that is granted by the court, my lord. That the state must continue to prove their statements. Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ramsepedi.
My Lord, maybe before I make my submissions, I'm not sure whether what the court made earlier on was an order or a ruling.
Yeah, at least you understand the law.
Yes.
It's a ruling.
Yeah.
Yes, so what?
So now that it being a ruling, my Lord, personally, I'm amenable that the matter be ventilated in argument emanating from that, then an order will be made by this court, my Lord.
Okay. Mr. Mponi?
Thank you, my lord. I also have no problems. I also have no problems if as the state is saying, that they want to use the statement, the alleged statement made by this witness, Gwabini. So if it suggests that we go via the routes of fighting heads, I will not have any problems with that.
My lord, if I can just respond to what Advocate Nisi raised. Even within the ambit of the ruling that was made by the court, the only practical way, my lord, of dealing with the situation would be in a trial within a trial. In other words, Brigadier Gininda is recalled, and the circumstances regarding the taking of the statement is properly ventilated. But for that, we'll then need to file heads of argument, and this is where we are going with the matter, my lord. So it is still within the ruling that has been made by the court.
Any counter from Mr. Nisi?
As it is the court, my lord, I stand by my submissions.
Njengoba umbuso uyasho ukuthi nangoba uzohloma imibuzo kuyena-ke ufakazi bazomane njalo nje beya kusona-ke istatement lezi abathi bona bewumbuso senziwa uyena ufakazi manje-ke bathi bayacela-ke ukuthi ngoba-ke bazohlala njalo beya kusona-ke kuyacelwa-ke ukuthi noma isicelo basidlulisele enkantolo ukuthi bona bewumbuso kanye nabameli bedluliseke izethulo zabo enkantolo kuzothi inkantolo yona-ke yenze isinqumo ngako lokho ngoba bathi angeke bakhone ukuthi bangaqhubeka baye phambili bengakhulumi ngaso inkantolo-ke ezosho manje ukuthi-ke kuzokwenzekani ngalokho.
Yeah. You know, if as the state argues that this statement is central to its case, and that it will be obliged, even if we proceed without having made an order or a ruling regarding the statement, if it will not be efficacious for this court to adjourn. It must be something which is centrally agreed upon that if admissibility is in question, and the state has an obligation to prove that statement, because if a document which is signed under oath is being disputed, the state has and bears the onus to prove that the statement was made lawfully. Consequently, I think the defense and the state must arrange a date. I don't know how many days you need to argue this matter. Prepare heads if you want to, but you can tell me. You can stand down the case until tomorrow or the day after, depending on how long you all need. And then you respond after the state has argued. And then thereafter I'll deliver a judgment in effect.
Mala, tomorrow is Friday. It is a short day, but we can prepare heads of argument and argue the matter tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes. The only problem is the state will first have to file heads, submit them, and my colleagues will then have to respond to those heads. That's why we earlier suggested a timetable for the exchange of.
Yeah, you can agree on it. Let's agree on the times. The dates.
Of papers.
Let's agree first. When should you file? The state, when should it file? It's
Yes.
then the defense has to respond if they want to respond.
Yes. We can file by tomorrow afternoon, my lord, 1300 hours.
The defense tomorrow. Is it?
The state is saying it's going to file by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Then we respond on Monday. We can argue on Tuesday.
You agreed on that, all of you.
That's in order.
Okay.
Umbuso uyasho ukuthi bona-ke zaphi izethulo bazondlulisela kusasa. Abameli-ke bona-ke bazophendula-ke kuzo zethulo ngomsombuluko. Beke sekuthi-ke ngolwesibili-ke sekuzokwenziwa-ke iy'nkulumo la enkantolo.
Okay. In the meantime, what do? Do we retire or do we what?
My lord, obviously we're going to need time to start working on the heads. So we suggest that we should adjourn.
And Mr. Zungu, will he be available on Tuesday?
Hayi lutho sengivele emsebenzini ngomsombuluko.
No, my lord, I'm going back to work on Monday.
Because when they argue, you should be in court. When they file, you don't have to be in court. They file the documents, the state files tomorrow, the response by the defense is on Monday, then the argument is on Tuesday. You've got to be present.
Ngoba-ke mase kwenziwa-ke manje iy'nkulumo mpikiswano-ke manje emuva kokuthi-ke bedluliselene-ke izethulo zabo. Uma ngolwesibili sekuleya nkulumo mpikiswano-ke inkosi enkantolo ithi kufanele-ke ukuthi ube khona ngoba-ke yi-statement abathi singayo lesi noma esenziwa uwena.
Futhi mina ukukhomba ukuthi angicatshanga ukuthi ngiyasebenza mina.
So there's no consideration on my part that I'm employed, my lord.
No, we are all employed. I'm also employed. Mangishize lapha nami ngiyasebenza.
Osekatolo ngcono yena uyasebenza mina ngizophela umsebenzi.
Hayi sizobhala incwadi. We'll make an order. And if umlungu wakhe akafuna ukurelease sizoya e-court naye because it will be a court order.
Ngamanye amagama kokusho inkantolo ukuthi angeke uphelele umsebenzi ngoba-ke kuzoba kuyincwadi ephuma enkantolo.
Ukuthi bakudedele until uqeda ubufakazi bakho.
Maybe
Yebo.
if I can assist, my lord, I
Yeah.
think his main concern is there's a rule that says if he's not at work, he does not get paid. He has actually raised that concern.
Yeah, I hear you. So what, assuming the cross-examination takes 3 weeks, let me be ridiculous. The cross-examination takes 3 weeks. What happens?
I'm in the hands of the court, my lord.
Can't you arrange to write a letter to the employer? You together, all of you, explaining the exigence, and then I'll make it an order of court.
Sithakamise inkantolo esenzayo ke manje kumshushisi kanye nabameli bonke ukuthi bona babhaleke inkantolo yona ke izokwenza ke lokuthi kube into ke isinqumo senkantolo izondlulisela kuyena ke la noma kwindawo osebenza kuyona.
Is that okay, sir?
Ukahle kanjalo baba.
Hayi ngiyaphoqa kodwa kusenankinga ngiyangiphoqa phela mina phela ngize ecourt ngizofuna statement sami ayikho into enibambe for statement sami.
I'm being forced now, so what can I do, my lord?
No, you're not being forced.
Awuphoqa mfethu.
It's the circumstances of the case.
Isimo secala.
And this happens everywhere in the world.
Futhi ke akwenzeki nje la kuphela lokho into eyenzeka nje indawo yonke. Akwenzeki la kuphela.
Okay, how long should you adjourn for?
We adjourn until Tuesday, my lord.
No, I mean for the letter.
Well, I think we can discuss that amongst
Yeah,
ourselves.
you'll call me when you're
Yeah.
through, so that
Should it be necessary, we'll liaise with the registrar.
Yeah, please. Okay, we adjourn until I'm called back.